of U.S. ambassador at risk.
The ambassador is in his safe haven. You're not the first responders. You're the last resort. You will wait.
13 Hours is a 2016 film that came out in January and is about the Benghazi attacks nearly 4 years ago. And it's from the perspective of these CIA contractors who have to rescue the ambassador during this time and also have to defend their base from an incoming onslaught of rebels, of just all these people who are trying to kill them. And Michael Bay, as a director, is a laughing. It's a laughing stock in the film industry because when you think about Michael Bay, you think about Transformers and all the other films that he hasn't done really well. I've only seen 3 Michael Bay films, besides including this one. One is The Rock, which everyone says is the best Michael Bay film. I thought it was okay. It definitely had great performances by Sean Connery, though I can see why people say it's his best film. And the second one was Pearl Harbor, which I agree with everyone. It is atrocious. And I've not really wanted to touch the Transformers movies, though I will say if you guys want me to review it, I will review them because there is this like curiosity factor on my part to see what is going on with the Transformers movies. That being said, of the 3 Michael Bay movies I've seen, and it's a short sample size, obviously, 13 Hours is his best movie because it's a war movie that pays reference to the subject. This movie portrays Benghazi in a correct light. There's no like over flashiness. There's no romanticization of this. It is war, and it just shows it from the perspective of these guys, and to see that it's hell out there. You know, things happen and they have no idea what's happening. You as the audience also have no idea what's happening, and they feel like the end of the world is coming because no help is in sight, and just all these swarms of people who are just attacking them, who want them dead, and they don't know why. So you feel the doom and gloom with them, which makes the happiness that happens afterwards, much greater because you feel like the little hill where you like the intensity and then you have a sigh of relief when something good comes out. And Michael Bay does scale back from his Michael Bayisms in this movie, and he does treat the subject with very much respect because this just happened 4 years ago, and he doesn't over dramatize it. He doesn't show, oh, these guys are complete, they're kick ass and everything. I mean, in a sense, yes, but like these people are heroes in this terrible scenario, and Michael Bay portrays that in a wonderful light. And because you feel the intensity, you feel the doom and gloom that you are invested in these characters, in these real life people, and there are some actually really good emotional scenes in this movie, and I personally had just a little tear in my eye because it's like these people went through this and like they went through hell, and I felt like really terrible when I saw certain parts. There are a few problems with this movie. One of them being the first action scene. The first action scene when it's like there's a little undercover work. This is not the one where you see in the trailers where they have a standoff with a local militia. Yeah, I think it's after that. The point is to show that one of the main characters, how he doesn't follow protocol. And while that's fine, it is a 15-minute scene. And this movie is nearly 2.5 hours, and I feel like that scene was a little bit too extraneous, and it has literally no relation to the rest of the film. I feel like that part could have been cut out. There were a couple things, the lens flares or other style, like where you have all the lights flashing on screen for reflections. There is a purplish element to it a couple times that was a little annoying, because usually what happens with that is like you have like the white lights and everything, but the purple part, it kind of annoyed me. So I don't know if it's just naturally like that, or it's like Michael Bay trying to do a lot of color filters and whatnot, but I wasn't a big fan of that. And overall, the attack on the compound is a little drawn out, because this movie, there are glimpses of character development and just slow scenes, but overall, this movie is kind of from the 45-minute point to the end a huge action scene, and it does get just a little tiring. And also the ending is slow because once you get to the ending, it draws out to this little 10-minute sequence, and I feel like they could have shortened it and just ended it because you already got the emotional payoff at the end. You don't need to keep on dragging it out. Overall, this is a great movie. You should definitely check this out. And the fact that this movie was only made 4 years after the events, and the fact that it's actually really accurate, it's a credit to Michael Bay. There are a few problems with this movie, but overall, it's a great war movie. It's a great modern war movie. I would give this movie an 8.2 out of 10. It is definitely, of the 3 Michael Bay movies, my favorite Michael Bay movie. Definitely should check it out, and just to see what actually happened during that day while all of us were in the comforts of our home. It's an important thing. So, 13 Hours. Have you seen it? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next review.